Good morning and welcome back to BeefLink TV, your daily dose of industry information. Today I'm joined once again by Director General Steve Parker. So Steve, how are you today?
I'm very good, thanks, Brooke. And you? Life good, is it?
Yep, all good here.
Brilliant.
So you were recently invited to essentially open the Cargo Insurance London conference. You were on the first session of the day. Yours was challenges and opportunities. So for any of our members who may not have been in attendance at the conference, what exactly was the session about?
Our members will know very well that I've talked before about the use of insurance for movement of freight in our industry. And there's a lot of figures bandied about how much cargo moves that's not insured. How accurate those figures are, I never know, but nonetheless, there is. And there is no doubt that through my email box, I get a splattering of emails when something has gone wrong with a shipment. And then either the member has got a problem or sometimes their customer has got a problem because the goods are not insured. And I have been on this sort of drive to try and increase the amount of insurance that is being used. So the reason I went to the conference is because I wanted to encourage our insurance brokers, those that are associate members and the like, to make the use of insurance for the movement of cargo a little easier. It seems to me it's a little more complex than it needs to be. And is there a way of making it a bit smoother to use? In the theory that if it's easier to use, more people will use it. That means that more cargo goes insured, and everyone's a winner.
Yeah, of course.
So our opening keynote speech with Marcus from Marsh was exactly along those lines. How could we encourage insurance brokers and insurance industry to help us to drive up insurance? I have to say, I also had to say to them that I realise that part of this is our members. There needs to be a little bit more activity in this area, and it's a two-way street. We need the insurance brokers to help, but we also need our members to say, "Come on, let's insure more freight." And if we do that, I just thought everyone's a winner, and see if we can make that work.
What kind of other topics were covered during this day?
Well, everything insurance. So much of it was really, in some cases, a little bit beyond my insurance knowledge. But there was a lot of talk about the insurance, and a lot of talk about damage of containers on cargo
Yeah.
vessels. That's been quite in the news lately. Fire on board vessels, which obviously is an issue too, and those goods how that's insured, and there's a lot of talk about the training of crew to put out fires, because obviously they're sailors, they're not firemen, and how do they do that? And so in many ways there are a lot of different other topics that they covered, all insurance related. Interesting. So I learned about insurance in a way I didn't know it before, but I kept coming back to the theme, and everybody that I met, whoever I spoke to, look, guys, how can we make this better? How can we move this forward? Good news is there was a lot of interest. So I think a number of the brokers are going, okay, maybe there's something in this, Steve. If we can make it work better, and if we can pull it together, then that would be absolutely great.
And of course, I know it was quite a jam-packed agenda from what I saw, but if you could pick kind of just one key learning that you got from the day, what would that be to give to our members?
Oh, I think the learning for me was there were a lot of experts. There's a lot of people in that room. I didn't count it, 300 odd, all interested in cargo insurance. I'm sort of encouraged by that because it means we're not doing this on our own. There's a whole raft of people who are very knowledgeable in this area who were there, all interested in what we were doing, and actually seemed interested in what I was trying to say in terms of improving the use. So hopefully that message gets across both ways, and we can help to drive it up.
Thank you so much, Steve. And I know this was an event that we were really honoured to be invited back to as well. So I'm glad that you found it insightful. That's all for today's edition of Beef Link TV, your daily dose of industry information.